Tech. Adams is just an exceptional receiver.
Well, we knew going into this week we didn't think we could run against them that well, so we put in a double slot formation, and we left one back in the backfield, and we had a few plays run off of that we completed a few. We had a few drives going, but we just couldn't get it across the goal line.
You have another big game left Thanksgiving Day with that traditional rivalry, Holy Spirit, and that's going to go a long way toward deciding whether or not they get a share of this league championship.
Yeah, well, we're going to look forward to this, obviously. We've had two bad weeks right here. We had a tough one against Vineland, and the kids were really down this week, and it showed. But we obviously have to get ourselves up. That's a traditional game, and we shouldn't have any problem getting the kids up for that game. And it's going to be quite a battle out there at Bader Field.
George, again, thanks for taking the time to be with us. It's especially tough sometime to come on after a loss, but shows your class and character, and appreciate you taking the time.
But thank you.
Okay.
See you.
Well, you'll have a chance to see Atlantic City again right after Thanksgiving Day when they take on Holy Spirit, and I'm sure George is anxious to turn that aerial attack against the Spartans. We'll go back to Bud Rink and Tony Galeni, but first we're going to check the scores on this 8th weekend of football. We'll do that right after these messages.
During the summer months, Irene's on the Ocean City Boardwalk is one of the boardwalk's most popular attractions. Many gifts and mementos of a visit to Ocean City are available. Well, Irene's is still open and will be until December. You can pick up some interesting and different Christmas gifts at special prices. It's Irene's, 802 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Not just a summer place, but open till December.
First Fidelity Bank has been serving the people of New Jersey nearly as long as the people of New Jersey have served the country. As the scene of nearly 100 Revolutionary War battles, New Jersey played a major part in our nation's history. Since 1812, First Fidelity has been associated with our state's most important projects. We're concerned with everything that affects the people of New Jersey, because at First Fidelity Bank, our first concern is you.
Let's take a look at the scores, Cape Atlantic League scores and other scores that affect Cape Atlantic League teams on this 8th weekend of high school football. First of all, Ocean City a winner 27-0 in a game you just saw here on Channel 2. Vineland comes from behind to beat Cumberland. Cumberland led 10-7 after the opening kickoff of the second half when Ian Gross brought that kickoff back 95 yards. But Brian Finn and Ron Rogers scored unanswered touchdowns for Vineland. They won their 6th in a row. They're now 6-2, and they still have a chance to tie Ocean City with a win on Thanksgiving Day. Millville's the team they'll play on Thanksgiving Day, and they had to scramble to beat Mainland. Mustangs led the game 22-21. Mike Mozaitis had 2 touchdowns for Mainland. Millville got 2 touchdowns from Bill Gaskins, and Harold Camper scored the winner. They were down a point, and he went 27 yards for the score. Millville 4-4. Mainland is 0-7-1. This was the biggest game of the day, though, in the Cape Atlantic League, and Oakcrest made it 10 wins in a row, 8 of them this year, as they beat St. Joe's 20-6 to virtually wrap the thing up, maybe wrap it up completely, though I guess it's possible if they lose to Absegami on Thanksgiving Day. No, I don't think anybody can catch them because St. Joe's has a tie, so that's got to wrap it up for Oakcrest in Division II of the Cape Atlantic League. St. Joe's had played 14 games without a loss in the Cape Atlantic League before this loss. Hamilton, a winner over Buna, 40-16. We don't know if Hamilton's in the tournament for sure or not because there's a couple of other results missing. And Lower Cape May edges Pleasantville. The Greyhounds have now lost 4 in a row. Wildwood is a loser to Middle Township in a one-sided game, 29-0, 4 straight wins for the Panthers. But look at that second score. For the first time in school history, Egg Harbor Township has won a football game. They defeated Absegami 20-13, drove 75 yards to score in the final minute, and ended a 20-game losing streak and 25 games without a win, including just 1 tie. Absegami drops to 5-3. Friday night, Holy Spirit defeated Bridgeton 27-18, and it was a freshman, Al Mallon, who came off the bench to replace the ill Brian Pierce. He threw 2 touchdowns and scored another, and Holy Spirit's defense intercepted 5 Bridgeton passes. Spartans 7-1. They've won 4 in a row. Bridgeton with 4 straight losses. We expected to have that game for you on Monday and Thursday night of next week, but unfortunately, we had some serious technical problems, and we will not be able to bring you the Holy Spirit Bridgeton game this week. There were also a few other people who were video and filming the game that were unable to get the proper results, so there obviously was some kind of a universal problem. But we're really sorry because it was an exciting game with a lot of unusual plays. Holy Spirit beating Bridgeton on Friday night 27-18. We will, however, be with you on Monday night and Thursday night at 8 o'clock for 5 or 10 minutes just to update you on the playoff situation and what is happening in high school football. Speaking of what's happening in high school football, here's some other scores of interest. Deptford remains unbeaten over Gloucester Catholic. Woodrow Wilson beats Overbrook. That knocks Overbrook down a notch in the seeding in Group 3. These are all Group 3 teams. Sterling undefeated. They'll make the Group 3 playoffs. They beat Gateway by 9 points. Also, Holy Spirit fans will be interested to know that Notre Dame defeated Trenton today 11-8. So Notre Dame will be the top seed in Parochial A. Holy Spirit will play their first game at home, but if it's Notre Dame in the finals, they'll have to make the trip up to Lawrenceville. And the St. John Vianney Red Bank Catholic game that would have determined who Holy Spirit will play next Saturday was postponed by rain today, and it will be made up tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. So Holy Spirit won't find out until at least tomorrow afternoon which team will be coming to their field next Saturday, and we'll have that game for you right here on Channel 2. Buddrink is standing by with Ocean City's Tony Galeni. They've clinched a tie for the Cape Atlantic Division I championship. They've got a home field advantage and probably, we're pretty sure, a bye in the Group 3 tournament. And let's hear what he has to say.
Here with Ocean City coach Tony Galeni. And Tony, you got this job of first-year head coach. I don't think they could write the movie script any better. You qualify for the playoffs again. You get to share the championship. Just a great effort today.
Yeah, and I'll attribute to two things right off the bat. Number one, we just have great kids, buddy. They're just a hard-working group of kids. They're very closely knit, and they're just a great group. And the other thing is our coaching staff. The assistant coaches are just super. Wayne Coleman does just such a superb job with the defense, and Mike Slaveski and Paul Lefevre and Gary Degenhardt, they're all, they're just great, and that's why we're here. That's why we've gotten this far, I think.
You know, you look out here this morning, I know coming into the game, talked to some of the kids during the week, they were a little concerned that the 4-4 defense, a gap 8 type defense was going to be a little more difficult to block against. It sure didn't look too tough for them out there this morning.
Well, our kids are just getting better at it. We faced a lot of 4-4s this year, and in the past they've given us trouble. But the more you see something, the better you're going to get at it. And we thought we had a real good week of preparation, and our kids are really ready to play today. They knew how much it meant, and they probably played their best ball game of the year today.
I know it bothers you a little bit as we conduct this interview right now not to know what the playoff situation is, but at least you're in it, and that's got to make you feel great.
That's the important thing, regardless of who we play. I'd play anybody right now. I think we could compete with anybody right now. We'll just wait till Monday and see what happens.
Well, another super effort, and we'll see what happens right along with you. At least a couple more football games to go here in Ocean City.
Oh, yeah, we'll be there. Thanks, buddy. It's been great. It really has been. Thanks.
All right, Tom, back to you now for the rest of the post-game show.
Okay, Bud, thank you very much. We may have to wait until Monday to get it officially, and then we're going to do that. I'm sure Tony Galeni will as well, but, there could be some changes. It's a very confusing system in some cases, and I think Group 3 South Jersey is as confusing as it can get this year. But this is the way it looks, based on our conversation with the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. Next Saturday, undefeated Sterling will be at Overbrook, and Woodrow Wilson will play at Willingboro. Now, normally that should be Sterling at Willingboro and Wilson at Overbrook. But since Wilson and Overbrook just played today, they will not repeat that game next week. So that's the way we think it's going to happen next Saturday. And then the winners will play against Ocean City and Deptford, who will get byes. And those games will be on Saturday, December 7th. To us, it looks like the Sterling Overbrook winner will be at Deptford, and the Woodrow Wilson Willingboro winner will be in Ocean City. And the winners of those two games will play the following Saturday, December the 14th, 11 days before Christmas, for the South Jersey Group 3 Football Championships. Quickly, in some other groups, in Group 1, Florence, Glassboro, Burlington Township are all in. Audubon and Haddonfield contending for that 4th position, and we don't have enough results. In fact, one of the games, Burlington Township and Florence, a big game, was postponed until tomorrow. In Group 2, Oakcrest is in, and Penn's